When you appreciate a song or sound for its quality or its clarity, it is mostly due to the efforts of an audio engineer or a mix engineer, in most cases, both. On today's episode of Valiant Voices, we touch base with our Valiant voice for today, Dominic Tabakaji, aka DeeDee. Wow.
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 So you play like that?
I didn't even know, I even thought, I've forgotten all my little skills here and there and everything. But
Merciful.
I mean, looking at you now, Dominic, come on.
Merciful, that was a wonderful play right
Thank
there.
you so much.
Melodious.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us in your studio.
You're welcome.
At this moment.
You're
you see, audio engineering is really something that it's somewhat difficult. It takes a lot of time to, put up things, mix sound and everything. How has the journey been for you, DeeDee, in your line of work and everything?
Yeah, it's quite a long one. Even though among my colleagues that we learned together, they thought I was faster. Maybe because I studied computer science and most of the things are computer based. So, but I will tell you, I think sound is a bit tougher, to come by, compared to pictures and images, because you can just see everything. But this is almost more mental than, the physical that you can see with your eyes. This is when you use your ears, and then how you process, how you record, how you record first, then how you process. So sound engineering is actually a very strong path to go on. Meanwhile, as for how far, it's been a while, and then we've done a lot of things with great people, ranging from artists to film producers. We've done so many things, and I think we are coming up even higher. Things are changing with time, and then even the things that we use in recording and processing sounds are changing. A lot of new inventions are coming in, and it has been wonderful. I would say.
Is it a calling, or do you learn it? So if it's a calling, if it's something that you just wake up, growing up, you say, "Oh, I have a passion in sound." Is that how it was for you, or did you actively, deliberately start to pick up some things and start learning? How was it for you growing up?
Okay, when you say calling, and then your explanation went that way, I think I understand that this is a calling then, because as much as I try to do other things, I always fall back to sound. So I realized that my life is much better for me revolving around sound. So even coming up as a child, singing, doing this battle rap, coming up as a teenager, and then stepping into the music industry as a performer, I still was glued to sound production. So let me just say it's a call. Yeah, it's a call. Yeah.
Where would you rate the country, Nigeria, in terms of the quality of sound of production?
Yeah, right now it's kind of tricky. I mean, before it used to be kind of tricky, but right now I think we are at the topmost, because you can't name five countries that are into music production and they are in the worldwide mainstream without counting of maybe one or two Nigerian artists in them. So you can't go five, most especially in Africa, without having Nigerian artists among the list. And then our sounds are being appreciated across the globe. If you check it, even from the US, we have people collaborating with our artists here. So over the years, it has evolved to some kind of quality level compared with like a decade back. You know, when our sounds, even us, we criticize our sound qualities. But right now we are at par with a lot of international standards. So I even thought myself like, okay, if I'm going to do this music thing, I have to do it right. Like I have to do it perfectly. You know, that spirit of perfectionism came into the whole scene, and then I want a perfect sound so that when I'm doing my music, it has to be that sound. You know what I'm saying? So like right now we have a lot of collaborations going on with other people and other companies about my music career. So, but basically, when you say DeeDee Tabakaji, is all about sound. So any other thing comes after that.
So in your line of all of this development, your process of growth and everything, what major setback would you say we face as a country, as a continent, Africa?
Yeah, I think the setback is beginning to adjust actually, but when it's not absent, it's there.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people don't look at the entertainment industry as a go-to kind of thing until they start seeing young artists making money out of it. And then you have parents sponsoring their kids to come study sound engineering, to come study how to sing, to go study music in school and stuff like that. But a little while back, you know, it has never been. In fact, you have parents rebuking their children to not go into music in the first place. Although I understand in most cases it's because of the characters they see people portray on TV and all that, and then they don't want their children to go into that. But when everything started coming up, you know, music industry has become so lucrative that people even support their children. Like some people, let me put it that way. It's gradually coming up, but right now that's where we are. I can say it's coming up. Like we're coming up, we're appreciating the music industry and then coming into it and, you know, building it.
So how do we, you know, sensitize people? How do we make people see the importance of sound?
Yeah, you know, sound is something that we cannot ignore. If we live, you know, if we are alive, sound, we can't ignore it. We need sound to be entertained. We need sound to communicate. We need sound to even pass messages without speaking. You know, if you don't have to talk, there are some other medium you can communicate through sounds. Like if you listen to, there are some kind of orchestral music that you just listen to and it puts you in a mood. You know, you could be sad and then you listen to this music and then it calms your nerves. That's sound. So you know, you can't take away music from sound. And even the movies that we watch, we sit at home and watch, or we go to the cinema to watch, sound plays a very, very major role in everything. So our lives cannot be complete without sound.
All right. Before we go, lastly, we have young people who have started different career paths that has to do with music, entertainment, everything revolving around sound. What are your words to people who, you know, you, regardless of all the odds in your environment, were able to come up with something like this? You're producing sound for movies, music, and all whatnot. So what are your final words for people who are, you know, trying to build something in the sound department as a career?
Well, what I would like to say is we shouldn't look at it like you have to be, you know, DeeDee Tabakaji to do sound, or you have to be some kind of big name. No, anybody you see doing sound started from somewhere. So, and there's a lot of things to learn or contribute in the sound industry. If you might not be able to produce music, but you can record. So you can be a recording engineer. You might not be able to mix sounds and process them, but you can be able to manage them. So we have some people who are specialized in deciding what sounds goes where. You know, like in the movie industry, you have people who have good ears for listening. You could be a sound producer, you know, a sound engineer, music producer, whatever it is. You can create the sound, process it. But there are people who are specialized in selecting. You know, they know what the people want to hear. They know where, on what set of people that you can produce what kind of sounds for. So, you know, that's why I said it's not only one thing. There's a lot of things in the sound industry that you can come in and contribute. So do not limit your thoughts to only one thing that you know. When you step into it, there's a whole lot of things to do. And lastly, there's nothing impossible. Don't be intimidated by what you see. There's a whole lot of departments to stick to and perfect. If you're out there and you want to pursue a career in sound, you know, engineering, whatever it is you want to do that concerns sound, don't be intimidated by anything you see. There's a whole lot of areas to concentrate and specialize on.
All right, thank you so much, DeeDee. Thank you for having us in your studio.
You're welcome, Mr. Merciful.
Thank you very much. I think once in a while I can come around so you can show me how to do
You
all
are
of this.
always welcome.
Thank you so much, viewers, you know, for sticking on the show, the Valiant Voices. Don't forget, you can always be a part of all of this, you know, by following us across all our social media handles. Join our social media community at TOS TV Network on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, always live stream our content on our website, www.tostvnetwork.com. Till I come your way again next week, I remain Merciful Ajinmo. Thank you for staying tuned. Bye for now.